And now, broadcasting from the Ginger and Baker studio and the heart of the Music District in beautiful downtown Fort Collins, Colorado, it's Live at Lunch on KRFC 88.9 FM, streaming live on krfcfm.org. I'm your host today, David V., and today's musical guest is Kayla Marque.
Left my dreams out on the power lines. I hung them out to dry. These old wires, they don't shake me, waiting to be electrified. Kill me now, it is the sound of my heart hitting the ground as I surrender my love. Chasing all of us in my hands, it just turns to dust. The world is spinning endlessly, can't seem to catch my gravity, but I'm hostage in a disconnect. I shattered my lungs, ripped off my skin, told my soul to run, untied my fibers till I came undone. Kill me now, it is the sound of my heart hitting the ground as I surrender my love. Ooh, oh no, the world is spinning endlessly, can't seem to catch my gravity when I'm hostage in a disconnect. I live and I'll die like this. Hey. Listen, please forgive me if I splatter. Please forgive me if I stain. I will live and I will die this way. Yeah. The world is spinning endlessly, can't seem to catch my gravity when I'm hostage in a disconnect. I'll live and I'll die like this. I'll live and I'll die like this. I will live and I will 'Cause your kiss is laced with, mixed with a little bit of, are you cozy creature? Are you comfortable? Would you share your casket? And can you rock my bones? 'Cause your kiss is laced with, mixed with a little bit of, oh my goodness, oh my God. I love your dialect, the poison in your tone. 'Cause your body talks to me, your body talks electric. Said your body talks to me, your body talks electric. Yeah, let's go. Find a grave to call home. Dress up like the show. But I want to undress you like the after party. Dancing cheek to cheek and toe to toe. 'Cause your kiss is laced with, mixed with a little bit of, oh my goodness, oh my God. Hey, I love your dialect, the poison in your tone. 'Cause your body talks to me, your body talks electric. Said your body talks to me, your body talks. E-Man, go ahead and talk to them one time. Your body talks electric. Hey. Said your body talks to me, your body talks electric. Yeah. Said your body talks to me, your body talks. Hey, hey, hey. Your body talks, and my body talks. So your body talks.
Kayla Marque and band here on KRFC's Live at Lunch. Well, let's introduce the band today. Kayla Marque on lead vocals, and Manuel on lead guitar, Alexander, and Braxton Kahn, or BK, on drums. Yep. How you guys doing? Sounded beautiful.
Great.
Yeah, good. Excellent. Thanks for coming up today.
Thanks for having us.
From Denver. And Kayla, we'll start with you today. You're a Denver resident and natural grew up in the Park Hill area.
That's right.
And had a famous uncle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Larry
he's
Dunn
pretty famous.
from Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And your dad was a saxophonist, and your mom's a writer.
Mm-hmm.
What, I mean, maybe it's a silly question, but what got you into music? Because I know from your bio that wasn't really your goal when you first were going through high school and
Right.
early ages.
Well, just growing up in a creative family, I was always into music. But my focus, I kind of grew up as a jock. I was an athlete.
What'd you do?
I played basketball and volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
So music was my playtime. That's what I did to play, to have fun as a kid.
Was it always singing, or did you also play an instrument?
Yeah, no, my first instrument was actually a drum set.
Oh.
Sweet.
Almost put BK out of the job, huh?
No way. No, he's so dope. I could never do that. I was 4 years old, so
okay.
that was short-lived, but my parents bought a baby grand piano, so I avoided that. They put me in lessons. I hated it.
Yeah, like
I
most
told them
kids
to
growing
take
up.
me out, and my dad was like, "You're gonna regret this," and I kind of did. But I started songwriting using the piano once I turned like 18, and I actually was going to school up here at CSU, studying psychology. And had this, one of those
Epiphanies?
life-changing moments where I was like, what am I doing here?
And what caused that, do you think?
I just, my heart. I wasn't doing, I think, what was in my heart. Although I do love psychology, and I have a whole album that's about brain chemistry, so I combine the two, but I ended up dropping out after like a semester and a half and to be a songwriter, so here I am.
So that's important to you now.
Yeah.
Well, I see, from your bio, too, that you mentioned your first album was an essential outlet to process your pain into beauty. Was there a particular event or something that happened that caused you personal pain?
Oh, yeah. Tons. I've had my fair share of trauma. I don't think we want to get that deep right now, but that's kind of what music and art has been for me, is this kind of alchemical process of, transforming my emotions, my darker, deeper, heavy emotions into something beautiful.
Was there some artists when you first started getting into music that made you want to emulate, or that caused you to try and be a songwriter yourself?
Just growing up, my household, we were listening to all types of things.
Probably Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah. Growing up, that is a huge influence for sure. But my dad was always listening to jazz. My mom always listening to gospel and Christian music. My sister really got me into rap and hip-hop and rock. And so I have this eclectic, upbringing with sounds, and I think that shows through my music. There's a lot of different influence and fusion of things coming together.
All right. And you've got a couple albums out now.
That's right.
And the first one, Live and Die Like This.
Yes.
And is Brain Chemistry the second one?
Yeah.
Then? Right brain, left brain. Cool. Are you working on something new now?
I am.
Yeah.
I
Can you
am.
tell us what the title is?
Yeah, why not? I haven't dropped this yet. The title is Mid-Heaven.
All right. Wonderful.
Yeah.
When do you think that's going to be dropping?
I'm hopeful for fall, but I'm committed to making the best art
Oh, sure.
possible,
Absolutely.
reaching that highest level. So I'm not putting a deadline on it. Whenever it's ready to
go.
release into the world.
Well, Brain Chemistry was a double album, right?
It was, yeah. Left
Right.
brain, right brain.
Is that in the cards for this one, too?
No,
Okay.
this is just one normal album.
All right. Good. All right. Well, what are you going to play next for us?
What are we going to play next, D-Man?
God Blame the Devil.
Yeah, God Blame the Devil. So we're moving into, the first two songs were from Live and Die Like This, and so we're moving into Left Brain from Brain Chemistry right now.
God Blame the Devil. Kayla Marque here on KRFC's Live at Lunch.
like heaven to me. I don't mind if God plays the devil for this. I'll pay no mind when God blames the devil for this. Descendant of the sun in the sky, you are king to be. I lay my robe at your shrine, and I spend all of my days worshiping the way your eyes dress your smile. 'Cause I like the way you've intoxicating me. Feels right, but it's ungodly. It's devilish. What is there? Feels just like heaven to me. I don't mind if God played the devil for this. I'll pay no mind when God blames the devil. Hey. Ooh, ooh, hey. Go blame the devil. Ooh, ooh, hey. We could be gods or be devils, there's demons inside and angels to level up. The mind's in asylum, wanna run wild, got waiting for someone to let me out. What kind of monster summoned the darkness out in the garden, huh? That kind of evil only comes round because of the God in ya. Check out your duality, check into reality. Makes you question your sanity. I am Adam, I am Eve, I am the forbidden knowledge, and I am the apple tree. I am the serpent that slithered through Eden and made you choke on mortality. 'Cause I like the way you're intoxicating me. Feels right, but it's ungodly. It's devilish. What is there? Feels like heaven to me. I don't mind if God blames the devil for this.
Kayla Marque here on Live at Lunch. Let's talk a little bit with Emmanuel. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. So other than the great percussion here, you're pretty much the band. You're looping. I hear bass. I'm hearing keyboards and synth noises and guitar and lead.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit of concentration to do everything you're doing over there.
Yeah, I'm kind of sweating bullets over here. But, you know, hopefully...
Well, you're used to a studio environment where you can just lay down each track or whatever?
No.
Definitely not.
Okay.
I actually spend more time playing these songs live. So this is definitely a little bit different for me. So I'm kind of trying to figure out, you know, the ears are... It's like different, you know, everything is... It's kind of suctioned in, so
got a lot going on there, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then all the pedals and wah and
yeah.
making sure that everything's coming through on the looping.
Oh yeah.
What got you into looping?
What got me into looping?
Did you not like playing with other people and you just wanted to do it all yourself?
I think what got me into looping was actually it's a funny story. My guitar instructor when I was attending MSU Denver, I didn't have any pedals at all, and I just had just a lone, you know, guitar, and he was like, yeah, if you want to continue to be a student of mine, you're gonna have to get some pedals. And I was like, okay, cool.
Then
I'll
you
get
got
a
to
pedal.
to sync there.
And so the first pedal was the loop station, and it's also a good practice tool. I was like, well, I need to, you know, it's really hard to be a one-man band or like just define a band in general when you're practicing. So
Well, have a set rhythm and everything to play along to, and
yeah,
set it infinitely to go, and you can jam as much as you want, right?
right. So yeah, so that was the first pedal that I bought, and it's been on my board ever since the beginning of the inception of me on my guitar journey. So,
Did you get into guitar at an early age or later on in life?
I would dabble in the guitar as an early age, but I actually started on piano first and then moved to percussion and drums in middle school and high school. And then at the end of high school, like junior, senior year, I was kind of spending more time with the guitar, but just learning covers and stuff like that.
On your own? You weren't in a band or anything?
Yeah, no, I wasn't getting taught or had a teacher or anything. And then, when I went to started going to college, I was like, went to college for marketing for some reason, and then that didn't work. So, yeah, and then,
maybe we can use it now.
What do you mean it didn't work?
Right.
I feel like you're good at that stuff, man.
Really?
You know what to do.
I taught him
It's
everything
great.
he knows.
So in 2014, I was like, man, what do I want to do? And I was like, oh, I had a journey, and something shifted in my life, and I was like, well, I think I'm just gonna go and get better at the guitar. And so I started taking lessons at a CCD, and then from 2014 till now, I've just been in guitar land. So
How'd you hook up with the rest of the guys here?
hooked up with Kayla. Actually, it was one of my first tours or first kind of like actual real performances, like with guitar. It was called the Illegal Pete's Tour, and it happened in, I think it was 2015.
Did you just play at a bunch of Illegal Pete's restaurants? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, it was like 3 of them: Fort Collins,
Boulder? Greeley?
Boulder. Yeah, Fort Collins, Boulder, and
Denver.
Denver. Yeah, and so we met there, and then, we would attend each other's shows. I was in a band with Caitlin Williams, and, we would play shows together, like Kayla and Caitlin, and then eventually I was like, I want to play with you. And
I was
then,
waiting for that. I was waiting for that moment.
and then it happened, and so we've been playing together since 2020.
Yeah, well, like
Ish.
the tail end
Right
of 2019.
You're right before COVID.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, our first gig was on New Year's.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my gosh.
Time flies, huh?
Yeah. So almost 4 years. So.
So are you playing in other bands too at this time?
Yeah, I play in other bands. I'm kind of like a
You want to give them a shout out?
freelance.
Yeah.
I mean, I play in Jamie Stone's band. He's in Longmont. He plays banjo. I also play in Sound of Honey with Emma Rose and Will Kipper and Tobias.
Yeah.
And then I also I don't really technically have my own band, but I do have this band that I play with called Off the Cuff. And it's like a Wednesday night residency at Metal Arc Bar. And so the people that I play with generally in that band is Khalil Brown and Will Gaines and Solomon Chapman. And yeah, it kind of just rotates though.
So in your free time, you can start your own band too, right?
I mean,
Free time.
free time. I'm always in other people's bands, so I'm always supporting. I love to support, and I like sharing. That'll come when it comes.
I think you'll be ready.
Thanks.
What would you like to play next for us?
I think it's called Rituals. Am I right?
What's the story behind that?
I released a single last summer, just to, I wanted to put something out while we are waiting for this album. And my producer sent me this beat, which doesn't usually happen. I usually am the one sending him
The music.
the music, and then we build it out together. But so this was just kind of a fun thing for me to do, and it's about magic.
Okay.
Call it what you want. There's magic in this attraction. We waited long enough. your temperature. I've been studying your body language. It's written in cursive. I'm casting spells when I read your literature. You're dangerous. I need to explore your treasures to get my soul to your heavens. But I'm a devilish detail and a raising hell. I'll spend forever burning in the fire of your pleasure. I turn to gold. Ooh. Take your time, no need to rush. You're my favorite ritual. Ooh. In the dead of night, you're a full moon, and I can feel you rising. Ooh. I like the way you control my tide. Your love is hypnotizing, hypnotize me. Elevating with him. Hold up, I'll explain in a minute. You gon' feel the bass in a minute. Slow down, deep breath, eyes closed. Meditate on it. I'm levitating again, praying that I never ever hit the bottom. Didn't even need to hit the marijuana or the ashwagandha. This is astral ganja. Welcome to my water. Call me nature's daughter. Watch my cherry blossom. They're all too like karma. Yeah. I turn to gold, yeah. Ooh. Take your time, no need to rush. You're my favorite ritual. Ooh. In the dead of night, you're a full moon, and I can feel you rising. Ooh. I like the way you control my tide. Your love is hypnotizing, hypnotize me. Love should feel like water. I make good in your ocean blue, 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 blue. Low, 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 love should taste like chocolate. You taste, you breathe, you see, you need you. Love should burn like fire. Suffocate my flesh and shake my soul alive. Love should be the answer. How right it is to vibrate in the presence of your godliness while we're human. How right, how right. Na, na, na.
Love Should Be. Kayla Marque. Here on KRFC's Live at Lunch, 88.9 FM. Streaming live at krfcfm.org. Let's speak with Braxton Kahn. BK, how are you? Let you get the mic there.
Howdy.
All right. People can hear you now. So how long have you been playing drums?
Oh, it's been a minute, probably about 20 odd years now,
Yeah.
something like that.
When did you start? How old were you?
Oh, I was about 7.
Yeah?
7 when
What got you into drums?
I just loved them. It was
Right from
fun.
the start,
Even
huh?
like when I was a little kid, I just remember being fascinated with the visual aspect. I still am fascinated by it. I was telling the engineers today, I'm setting up my drum kit maybe different than I've ever set it up before because what the music requires. But still, that aspect of it just like fascinates me. Just there's so many different ways to play the drums and to set them up and all that.
All right. You're using a few interesting things
Yeah.
that I don't see with a lot of sets. One of our engineers was telling me that
yeah.
you've got a hip-hop set up there on your cymbals.
Yeah, this thing. I don't
Trash
know.
can
I haven't
lid.
used it that much, but it gives that kind of vibe. Yeah, it's called the clap stack.
Uh-huh.
And Kayla, when she hit me up to do this, she's like, "Do you have like one of those like SPDX pads, like with all the digital claps and all the digital sounds?" I was like,
I do it analog. Huh?
I don't, but yeah, my answer is to anybody who would ask me that is I like not that I'm not open to that, but I do like doing these things analog, and I think it's cool. It's fun. It's a fun challenge to try to still like all her music's very produced.
So did you see when you were young playing drums that made you want to just pick it up and got you into it?
I'm not really sure. It's
like
one
wasn't
of
a
those
particular
intangible-
band on TV that you saw or live?
No, not particular. It was a combination of stuff. It's just kind of a lifelong thing I've just loved.
Did you play in school then? High school? and all that?
A little bit. I actually grew up playing with my brother. I have a twin brother. He no longer is really doing music, but we grew up kind of playing together outside of school, just like writing our own songs and singing them. And so I kind of came up just through just playing with,
No mentor that said, hey, here's some sticks.
No, not really. I kind of, sought out that myself, and I had some teachers, early on in Boulder where I grew up, but it wasn't like, oh man, someone was like, you should do this. I was like, I want to do this. So
Well, good.
it was
That's
nice.
the motivation right there.
I guess so.
yourself. Are you playing in other bands too?
Oh yeah, I play kind of like E-Man said. I'm a freelancer myself, and I play a lot with a lot of different groups. Play with a band that kind of does, it lives in the similar kind of universe as this stuff, except we're instrumental. We're called Many Colors, and we do kind of like lo-fi, hip-hop, jazz stuff. I play with 2 other songwriters who are both Meg and Bert. We just did a session here, and then another one is Lauren Freehoff, and we're doing a session here in about a month.
Yep.
So, those are kind of my 3 main projects, and then this is my first gig with Kayla Marque.
All right.
So this has been really fun.
All right.
But yeah, so I'll promote her too. Her new single
All
came
right.
out.
We're going to have to get you a frequent flyer card here pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm driving up from Thornton, so 25 corridor.
Which is never under construction.
Yeah. No, it's actually not too bad right now.
Oh,
It was
good to
it was
hear.
nice.
I'm
It's
going
been
to
good.
Denver myself tonight.
Yeah.
Well, what's the best site, Kayla, for people to go to get information on you, the band, upcoming shows, if they're interested in your music, learn about you?
Yeah, absolutely. I have a website, and it's just www.kaylamarque.com.
And that's KaylaMarque.com.
That's correct.
You've also got another side project, too, the Grand Alliance.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
So the Grand Alliance was born in the pandemic. Just everyone kind of sitting around twiddling our thumbs, not being able to play shows. And it was 2 of my buddies, Carl Carell and Sir Els. And those 2 are usually on the move. I actually call Carl Carmen Sandiego because I just never know where he is. So this was like the first time that he was actually in Denver for a while. And
Where's he based out of?
Denver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he has a studio, Phaser Labs. And so, just out of boredom and the need to be around people and create, we ended up banging out a whole album somehow. And it's like Afrofuturistic funk.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a really...
Like P-Funk or Clinton? Or?
Not that funky. I think more of like if you imagine like if the Fugees
had a baby with P-Funk.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And people can get information about that through your website, too?
Yes.
Okay.
That is also on my website.
Wonderful. Well, might be a good time to mention that you've got some upcoming shows going here.
Yeah.
You're going to be supporting Moonglade for their album release party at the Mercury Cafe, July 20th.
That's right.
And then the Underground Music Showcase, which is a big deal down in Denver. You guys are going to you're going to do a solo set on Friday the 28th.
I am.
And then full band on the next day. Yeah, it will be Saturday on the 29th. And they're not announcing times yet. Just it's an all-day event with a ton of bands and going on.
3-day festival.
3 days. So you're participating on 2 of the 3. That's good.
Yeah. Best weekend in Denver.
All right. What are you going to play for us next?
Retrograde. He knows what's next. I don't.
Retrograde by Kayla Marque, live at lunch.
I don't wanna run, but I don't wanna face it. Moving backward in circles on the same I'm about to hop up in the spaceship, blast off and I'm gone, ain't gonna say shh. Words collapse and ricochet. All these patterns feel the same. We slow down to hurry up and wait. We are spiraling down a retrograde. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Feeling's always been a thing I could not master. After all this time, I find that I'm still a disaster. I still slip, I lose my grip, and honestly, I'm falling faster. How far can I get stuck on an orbit that is going backwards? Collapse and ricochet. All these patterns feel the same. We slow down to hurry up and wait. We are spiraling down a retrograde. Yeah, 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 yeah. We could just be still, still enough to know what it's like to live when words collapse, words collapse, words collapse, words collapse.
Kayla Marque on KRFC's Live at Lunch. Yeah, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
I like that one. Retrograde. You know, you're doing a little bit of work to make a positive impact on the Denver community. You're focusing on women's rights and anti-racism activism.
Yes.
You participate in groups like Creative Strategies for Change, Art from Ashes, and Creative Bodies of Culture Advisory Board. Keeps you busy.
Yeah, it does. Bodies of Culture is the newest thing and something that I'm working on consistently, but shout out to CSC and AFA. I have done several things with them over the years. Bodies of Culture is a board under Levitt Pavilion, Denver.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. So do you help book the bands down there or something? Or suggest
No.
artists?
What we do is mostly community activation. So, for example, they helped fund my holiday special, the last one that happened in 2021. They also helped me fund a community workshop that I did called Music Medicine, where I'm, facilitating a free workshop for the community based on the healing vibration of music. And so I guide people through a process, and we do some creative writing, and I sing to them, and we stretch and we breathe, and then I feed them.
You conducting workshops?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a multitude of things, and all of the board members are all folks of color and musicians. So I think it's a really unique project that is musician run,
Yeah, absolutely. Have you had a chance to play at Levitt Pavilion?
I have. And we actually have a show, the board, since we're all musicians, we're doing a show September 3rd at Levitt.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. That sounds like a great time. And you're impacting the community positively, right?
I sure hope so. I know my music has different levels, and that's to really show that we're not one-dimensional beings, and I certainly am not. So it's, there's this duality of darkness and light, and I think that's really important to understand, that we have and go through these emotions collectively and embrace them and then allow them to move on. And so I think that's my medicine.
Well, you and E-Man, do you guys feel like the Denver music community is accepting of artists of all colors? Are you running into any issues, or you feel like it's open and accepting?
It's growing.
I think it's growing.
It's growing in that direction.
Yeah.
There's a ton of, BIPOC talent in Colorado that I think doesn't have the access to the platforms that they deserve, or we just don't know about them. And so I think us, as BIPOC musicians, are really trying to bring some visibility and accessibility to that.
Would you recommend musicians of color going a particular place or entity or someplace down in the metro area that is welcoming, that helps people start?
Well, definitely Levitt.
Yeah, Levitt most definitely helps.
Just go to their website?
Yeah, through Bodies of Culture.
Reach out to Bodies of Culture.
Bodies of Culture.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
You may have helped a bunch of musicians there.
Yeah, I also host that night on Wednesday nights at Metal Arc Bar called Off the Cuff, and I really try to platform Black and Brown and Indigenous
like an open
musicians.
Open mic night, or
I kind of don't want to say open mic because it's not.
It's not. What's it more?
I call it intentional improv, and so I think it's better than, we're not just getting together and jam, but like let's actually listen and let's actually like create something more tangible than just, kind of mindlessly jamming, because I feel like jamming could get in a way where it's like you're not really in it, so
not really sharing the music. And
yeah, and I really try to play a lot of just music from Black artists, like, and I have a playlist, like off the cuff playlist, and it has just a bunch of Black artists and songs that I play
so
on Wednesday night.
So if people want to participate, is there a website or something that they sign up on?
Yeah, I mean, no, not really. I kind of have it all. It's kind of like low key analog type.
Ah, that's cool. And again,
feeling-
it's at where in Denver?
It's at Metal Arc Bar, and it's on Wednesday nights, and it's called Off the Cuff. I also do a collaboration with Lisa with Breaking Barriers, and we merge kind of music and dance improv together too as well. And so those events could happen. I think we got a couple coming on later this year. So
He posts about it on his Instagram.
yeah,
So
yeah. I
that's-
posted on my Instagram, but it's kind of like word of mouth or
Yeah.
post on my Instagram or
Now,
I don't
now
have
there's going to be a
page
huge
yet.
rush for it. You never know, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we get into the next two songs, the last two of the show here, I'd like to thank our audio crew, Colton Boening and Greg Douras and Dan Perez today, and Eric Delano and Jeremy Smith on the video. And thanks, guys. You always do a fantastic job. You work very hard and do good work.
Yeah.
You're going to leave us with Nights and Slow Burn.
Yes.
Anything special you'd like to mention about those songs?
Well, these two, as well as Retrograde, are from Midheaven. So they're not
new
out
album.
yet. So
Great.
the only place people are going to be able to listen to them is by watching this
Are
and
you-
tuning in.
And by the way, that reminds me, you can always go to our KRFC YouTube channel, which is called RadioVision, and you can see today's show, past shows, future shows. There is a subscribe tab when you get to the website, and it'll notify you each week of who the artist is playing for Live at Lunch.
I do want to say that Slow Burn is actually out. I just released it yesterday.
Oh,
so
great.
that is my first single from Midheaven, and that is available on all platforms.
And where do you prefer people to go to pick up that song if they wanted to purchase your music?
Spotify.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in again today, and it's been fantastic, and I'm sure we'll see you soon. We'll leave you out with Kayla Marque and band today, and this has been KRFC's Live at Lunch.
Thank you for having us.
There is a disconnect from your heart and head. Don't sharpen your intellect, just soften your skin. Ooh, I could show you just how good it feels to be you. But I can't promise I won't misbehave. My favorite flavor is trouble. I like the way you taste, your heartbeat and mine. They syncopate. And oh, it feels so good to be bad. Oh my mind, this feels like lightning from a silver lining. Oh my mind, and it feels right, running wild again on nights like this, on nights like this, on nights like this. Let your instinct win. Let go, let go. You have my permission to be your animal. And if you lose control, it's probably 'cause you need to. Hey. But I can't promise I won't misbehave. My favorite flavor is trouble. I like the way you taste, your heartbeat and mine. They syncopate. Oh, it feels so good to be bad. Oh my mind, this feels like lightning from a silver lining. Oh my mind, and it feels right, running wild again on nights like this, on nights like this, on nights like this. Let's run wild until infinity. But I can't promise I won't misbehave. My favorite flavor is trouble. I like the way you taste your heartbeat and mine. They syncopate. Oh, it feels so good to be met on my mind. This feels like lightning from a silver lining. Hey, oh my, and it feels right. Running wild again on nights like, hey, on nights like this, on nights like this. Running wild again on nights like this, like this, like this, hey. Come cover your body with moonlight. Let's make sure we set the mood right. I'll be the shiver that's shaking your backbone now. And like a river, my water is so warm. Let me wash over you, get baptized. Keep going till we catch fire. Fanning the flames until we smolder. Cause the slow burn makes you act right. Da 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 da. Hey, I want you. These fumes are getting me high. Don't wanna come down in the meantime. You are the tingle that's tickling my spine, leaving me curious and tongue-tied. Love is just science, watch us rewire. Untangle all of my fibers, fanning the flames until we smolder. Cause the slow burn makes it do right. Da 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 da. Hey, I want you. All right, let's break it down one time. Hey. Listen, don't play with fire. Everyone warned me that if I do, I would get burned. Common desire, that's just the old me. Or maybe I still like the way that it hurts. Haven't been that in a while, and I won't know one wild. I'll try not to burn this down, but I'm gonna burn this down. And da 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 da. I want you.
Thank you for listening to Live at Lunch, and thank you to the Music District here in the heart of Fort Collins, Colorado. Live at Lunch is produced by KRFC 88.9 FM in the Ginger and Baker studio. If you'd like to appear on Live at Lunch, email our music director, David Vacek, at david@krfcfm.org.